Good morning, everybody. Top of the day to you. It's Gary Walker here, working on the 4th of July. So much work, so little time. Got to get to it. So today, we're on the scene. We're in a beautiful area. Lots of trees on this property. So today, we're going to be working on this large stand of Melaleuca trees from down under. And oh, you probably noticed, you know, the little froggy friends are here as well. Again, they like the habitat, kind of like in the billabong down in Australia there. So we are going to be, I'm going to be lacing out these trees, and I'll also be doing a little bit of restructuring. So the restructuring component has to do with me. I'll be removing certain strategic large limbs or leaders to help accentuate the natural lines of each cluster of trees. Now, Melaleucas typically grow in a multi-trunk format. So a standard would be a single trunk coming out of the ground. A multi-trunk would be 2, 3, 4 or more leaders or trunks coming out of the ground. So you'll be able to see, like Nate, why don't you just like pan down to that one down there and just show the folks what a few of these look like. There's the one over here. You see this one. So, you know, we got coming out there, we got 3 major ones. Looks like that one down there is like 4 or 5. So that's very typical or common with Melaleuca trees. So we're going to get busy right now. We'll be lacing these things out, and I'll check back with you in a little while. Again, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Gary Walker, the Tree Whisperer. And we're going to be working in the Melaleuca forest today. I'll see you in a little while. Now keep it going, Nate. So first thing I like to do when I work on a tree, ladies and gentlemen, is I like to come through with my chainsaw, and I get excited every time I fire this baby up, and kind of gets me all revved up. And so I like to come in and work on the lower 8 or 10 feet of the tree, remove any crisscrossing branches, anything that conflicts with the upward and outward thrust of the tree. So those are usually my first cuts, and then I'll come back a little bit later with the pole saw and the extension of the pole saw, and then work my way up the tree. So I'm going to get back to work here. I'll fire the beast up. Come on, get a little closer, please. Come into my office. This is a little winded. Gary Walker, the Tree Whisperer. Okay, so I'm going to take my protective gear off now, so you always want to have a hat, glasses, earplugs in particular. Here's the situation. We have 2 trees here, as you can see. A little piece of Melaleuca there. A little bone for the dog to chew on. All right, 2 trees. We have this dark leaf tree right here. Poof. And then we have this lighter tree right here. This tree right here is called hopseed or dodonea. It's a fairly common tree. Sometimes used for a hedgerow. You'll see them planted in long lines. They grow maybe 10, 12, 15 feet tall. Not a particularly premium tree by any stretch of the imagination. Next to it, we have a camphor tree. So a camphor tree, you scrunch it up, you smell this. In nature's pharmacopoeia, roughly 1/3 of all human medicines come from the rainforest or from botanics. It would be essential oils, other derivatives and alkaloids are used for, compounds are used in making human medicines, from everything from curing and helping mitigate the symptoms of cancer and other extremely pernicious diseases. So trees have a tremendous role in our lives, which is why it's utterly insane that humans are clear-cutting the rainforest at the rate of 2 acres every second. That means 2 acres gone, 2 acres gone, 2 acres gone. It's unbelievable. Mainly so that we can grow cattle to grow hamburgers to feed the first world. That's another story. All right, so the camphor tree, the extract for this, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, if I had a mouth sore, my mommy would take a little tincture jar and put a little tincture of Camphor on the mouth sore, and it would go away miraculously in a few days, and it comes from the tree. So here's the decision. This is the dilemma now. We got crowding issue going on here. Too close together. So I'm going to make an executive decision here. The premium tree by far will be the camphor tree. So I'm going to remove the Dodonea or the hop seed, which you can see is already deforming the camphor tree. Once that's gone, the camphor tree will hopefully straighten out and then form that nice round lollipop crown that it's known for. Because this property has a bunch of hop seeds on it already, and it's not a great premium tree anyways, we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to keep the camphor tree, since it's the only one on the property. I'm going to make that executive decision right now, as I'm always allowed to do, and surprise the owner with a nice little gift of a camphor tree. I'm getting to work. See you later. Okay, hi everybody. This is Gary Walker, the tree whisperer, actually kind of the horse whisperer right now. These are my two friends, my nice little Palomino and this little beauty right here. And so we're just taking a break from the tree work, and we're just having a little snack here. And actually I watched this good movie last night. It's called Buck, and it's about a guy who is actually called the Tree Whisperer. You might want to watch it. It's on Netflix, called Buck. The guy is phenomenal, amazing, has such a way with horses. And horses are beautiful creatures. And so this is the same property where I was just working on the Melaleuca. So oftentimes I get to, you know, if there are horses or dogs around, I get to take a little break and hang out with them, then go back and whisper to the trees. So right now it's kind of fun whispering to the horses. Hi, how are you? My sweet little, oh, my sweet little, oh, these guys are so amazing. Look at this. Am I lucky or what? Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Walker, the Tree Whisperer. And we're on the scene here. This is a massive, or let me just say, it was a massive gargantuan Melaleuca. This is a special type of Melaleuca, though. This is a white flowering one. It's very different than the Melaleuca leucodendron, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. Now, this tree went out laterally in all directions, 15 to 20 feet. So, Nate, just kind of pan down at the truck there, my truck, and look at that wall, that mountain of debris down there came out of this tree. It's kind of hard to believe. I'm even a little bit stunned. And look there, you can just see the gigantic 10, 12-inch cut that I made down there. Now, let's go on down here for a second, Nate, and let's look at some of this a little closer. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Nate is just shooting that mountain that came out of this tree. Again, I'm totally shocked. Look how big, look at, so this is called restructuring. I took off these gigantic branches. This one, look at this one right here. You know, the logs are down in the pile. So if you look up, it's just got a really nice structure now, up and out, very vascular almost. So, and speaking of vascular, the owners of this home, very sweet people, Valerie and David, and her father Maurice is a well-known physician. God bless him, and he's in his 90s. He's an absolute tree lover. He loves nature, and so we're going to dedicate this video to him. And we're also just going to let him see what a lot of the trees look like on this property, because he's up north. He's not able to come down here. So Maurice, hey Maurice, nice to see you. So cool that I hear that you love trees. So we're going to take a walk now. We're going to go look at the Melaleuca leucodendrons now. So we'll take a time out for a second and we'll stage over there. All right, I guess we're rolling here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we're getting ready to close out this segment of the Tree Whisperer with me. I'm known as Gary Walker. And so once again, we're dedicating this segment to Maurice. He's the tree lover, he's the physician, and he's just one cool guy. So hi Maurice. So it's kind of a construction site over at the house here. That's what all the buzzing's going on. People are using tools and routers and all of that. So anyways, Melaleuca leucodendron, once again, Australia, down under, where women glow and men thunder. It's got these same frogs everywhere I go. Oh, lordy, lordy, he jumped. Everywhere I go, I find these little frogs. Usually you'll find them down in a billabong down in Australia. So this Melaleuca leucodendron, I laced all of these out. I restructured them, I reshaped them. I took them from this up to this, so they're nice and tight. They look beautiful. This will last 2-3 years at least. fertilized them all. We're going to have the owners do the deep soaking on them. And so I'm going to step out of the picture now and let Nate finish this off. We'll see you later. Thank you, Maurice. Thanks for tuning in.